Hey guys, come on in. Come on into the craft room and join me. Let's do a couple real quick inking projects again. Come on in. I told you I've got like 5 or 6 or 7 projects I need to get done with ink. So I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to come on and share another one with you guys in person. So come on in and join me in the craft room. My name is Susan and this is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs by Sue. I'm so glad you're here joining me. So come on in. It is an early Wednesday night live. So I like to do Wednesday night lives a lot of times. And usually it's a little bit later, but my butt's been kicked today. So I thought, let's come on, get it done early. And then I'm going to have to call it a day early today, I think. Usually I'm going strong until at least 10 o'clock with work and then try to start getting wound down. So at least till 10. But tonight it's going to have to be earlier. So come on in and join me in the craft room. I am real quick going to make sure that I'm live and have everything up on my screen over here so that I can see you guys. You may have noticed a post that I sent out before this live saying, and I'm supposed to have a link featured, and I don't see any featured right now, so I'm not sure if it even took that. But saying that Facebook has changed, it changed something today. I don't know, it started first thing this morning. It has been a day for me. It's been a day. It's been one of those days, almost like a Monday, Wednesday. But they changed something first thing this morning, so I've noticed a lot of new things. And you may or may not have to refollow my page. You'll have to check it, but you should probably also check your notifications because whatever they've done, it may have affected that. So just wanted to give you that heads up. And the way you do that is if you go to my page, and you, of course, please click like and follow. But then there's usually 3 dots near the top somewhere where you can say what kind of notifications you want. So you may want to change that. And if you don't want to mess with Facebook and do that, then please look in the comments. I'm going to put something in the comments right now. I'm going to post some links in the comments. And thank you so much for joining me live. If you're catching me live, you know, because I have a red circle around my profile picture. And if not, you're catching me on the replay. And welcome to the replay. So I am just happy to have you guys here in any way, shape, or form. Not sure if I'm going to be able to see comments or not. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, they did something, and I'm hoping it's going to be a new experience. It's going to be good, but you never know. But I did put in the comments a link to my, I think I did. Is it in there? Oh, it's not. Okay, I didn't. If you would like to, I thought I had a link in there to my free Telegram channel. I usually send a text through that just right before I'm going to go on my live to tell you about how long it's going to be. And I'll be happy to include you in that. If you would like to, just type text in the comments and I'll make sure you get that link. It's free. It's a free app. It's a free text. Obviously, you're texting unless you're limited on your texting. And I only use it for that, you guys, to let you know I'm coming on live. So I would be happy to have you do that. And I apologize. I need to add that probably in the links that I put in my comments. But otherwise, there's other links in the comments that you might want to check out. But I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. We are having a very rainy, I mean, it's absolutely pouring out there. The wind's blowing. It's crazy. And it's still 64 degrees. And it's almost 7 o'clock. So, you know, what in the world? It has played havoc with my allergies. I have had to take 2 allergy medications today and before it even put a dent in it. And I'm just still suffering with it. And my allergies hit my eyes. So, yeah, I need to just kind of, and I've had to go all day long. That's why we have the hat. Been running around in the rain. So I thought, oh, just throw a hat on. And now I have hat hair, so I can't take it off. So anyway, I hope your Wednesday's gone better than mine. We lost our internet first thing this morning for no reason. We weren't even getting rain or storms yet. And when I contacted the company, because it was fine for a little while, but then it's like, okay, people, everything stops around here. And, you know, we have people doing school, people doing work, all the TVs, you know, anything we have are going to run on internet. I can't do a whole lot. So if I'm trying to do work, so contacted the cable company, which is who we have our internet through, and they're like, oh yeah, you need a new modem, not new modem, we have a router and a modem combined, but oh yeah, you need a new box, yours is too old. Okay, well, why didn't you give somebody a heads up about that? So out I trudged, not feeling well, and to the rain. And then I just figured I'm already out here, I'll do all my other errands. So at least I got that stuff done. But I want to do these couple real quick projects with you. Inking is super fast. I even did one of the steps already on the one item we're going to, just so y'all didn't have to suffer through it. If you need more information on how to do inking, I'm happy to share that with you. And you could even look at last night's and you'd see the whole process. But we are going to use this transfer. This is 1 out of 4. It's a set of 4, which I don't even have all of those with me. And it is called Hello Valentine. And so there's 4 different sayings. One says be mine, one says love, one says happy Valentine's Day, and then I love you. And this is the only one I have not used and done a project with. So I wanted to try it out, and it is part of our flash sale. It's a 50% off flash sale. So this is one of the larger transfers. It's a size, what we call a size C, which just means it's pretty big. And it is right now, it has not sold out. It's called Hello Valentine, and it is at $13.50 for all 4 of these guys. It is such a bargain. So we're going to use this one, and I am going to use it because I need a cute apron for Valentine's Day. Do you do themed aprons? I do. But even if I don't use it in the kitchen, I'll use it in the craft room. So I picked up this little apron. Gosh, I can't even remember where I got it. Oh, I ordered it from Amazon, you guys. If you ever need a link for anything I'm showing you, if I say I got it on Amazon or something like that, just let me know and I'll be happy to message that to you. But I got it on Amazon. I thought it was super cute with the pink kind of check, gingham, whatever you want to call it, buffalo check, whatever. I don't know. Is it buffalo check if it's not black and white or black and red? I don't know. I'm not that versed. But I just thought it was super cute, and I thought, well, I could do it here or I could do it on the pocket. So I think I'm actually going to just do it on the pocket because I think it'll be easier. Or do you guys think I should do it up at the top? I don't know. I can't even see who's on right now. Let me see if I can see. I know you're here. If you are here, maybe say hi because it's not showing me your name. So if you're joining me, say hi. When you hop on, if you'll hit that heart button, and if you will sprinkle the video, that just means to share it out into the world. I would so appreciate it. But make sure you say hi. I'd love to know where you're watching from because I can't see, I'm not seeing any names. I'm sorry, guys. That's just what's happening. But I'd love to know, what do you think? Should I put it up here? I love you, like right here? Or should I put it on the pocket? Because I think it will fit. Yeah, it'll fit on the pocket. And I think it would look cute either place. What do you think, guys? Let me know. Let me know what you think, and I'll do it. Because my opinion, it's much more fun to craft with friends. So I want to do what your suggestion is. And guess what color I'm going to use? I'm going to go back to one of my favorites. I'm going to go back to Tide, which is that really dark teal color. So just let me know. Where do you think? I'm going to put I love you on this apron. And I can either put it up top or I can put it along the pocket. Let me know in comments what you think, guys. And while you're deciding that, I am going to show you the other project we're going to do because I've got it all ready to go. So this is the other transfer that's also in the flash sale, and it's 50% off, and it's called All You Need Is Love, and this one is only $8, you guys. So check this out. I'm going to remove this. This is my other ink mat for my other project. So it says All You Need Is Love. I don't know if you can see it. My daughter requested this as a shirt for me to make for her. So I have gotten a red shirt from one of our favorite craft stores, and it's all ready to go. And let's see if I can possibly get this minimized because I only have so much area to work with on the desk, but I do like to flip it around so you guys can see it when I'm doing it. But I still need a nice flat surface. So I'm going to see if I can finagle this a little bit. It's kind of got a lot of things that are in the way. So let me see if I can get it kind of tucked without making it. And remember, since we're working with ink, I want to be careful and make sure I don't get it anywhere else that it doesn't need to be, because it's not as forgiving. Now this particular transfer, like I said, it's called All You Need Is Love. And she just loved I love the flowers and the fonts. You could even use bits and pieces of this. You don't have to use the whole transfer together if you had it. You could even just use bits and pieces of it. I mean, for lots of different occasions. or even just the word love. I mean, you can mix and match. You don't have to do it exactly as it shows, guys. Do it the way you want to do it. I want to show you one other project that I've done with this. Can't remember if I only did one project or if I did two, but I have used this before because these are reusable silk screen transfers, you guys. That's the whole beauty of them, is that you can reuse them over and over again. And you can use them with paste, chalk paste, which is our wet chalk that dries hard to the touch. You can use it with ink, which is what I'm going to use tonight. And I'm just going to use black because it's going to show up really well on here. I could have used white, but I decided on black because I think that's going to show up better. But I wanted to show you what else you could do. So I've mentioned before, I think I showed you my snowflake for the winter. This is just an Old Navy flannel that I had on hand. I actually cut the collar off because it was probably a guy's flannel. And I just cut the collar off just to give it a little bit more character. And then I just bleached out the color in the back. And then I inked on the back of it with this transfer. So that's actually available in my Square shop. I'm selling that item. Your different with your transfers, there's so many different options, you guys. You don't have to just ink. This is also perfect for just a sign, and maybe it doesn't even have to be just Valentine's, even though we have it in the Valentine's section. It doesn't have to be just Valentine. You can, I mean, if you like the Beatles, if you have somebody who likes the Beatles, then there you go. All you need is love. You can make your own little sign, and you can do these all in different colors or all in one color, whatever you want to do. Anyway, so that's the deal with that. So both of those are still available. They're not sold out yet. We do have some items that are selling out in our 50% off sale, but this one is not one of them. The two that I'm using tonight are not one of them. Thank goodness, because sometimes I have it planned for the night or the day to do that project and it sells out and I'm just like, but that's what I want to do. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this one. I'm still waiting for you guys to let me know where on my apron you want me to put that. So on the top or on the pocket, let me know. Let's go ahead and get this one done because it's going to be super fast and I won't take up much of your time. So I am just going to use this black. It's just called Black Velvet. And I am going to, this is my small size squeegee. This is the tools we use to apply our chalk paste. Now I need to be super careful because if I get it on my white sweatshirt, wouldn't be good because this is ink. And if I get it anywhere else on here, it's not going to be good. So I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to try to pay attention. But if you have any questions about anything I'm using or any of the techniques or anything in general, and it's not answered by one of the links, or you just would rather have a discussion with me, please feel free to message me. That's what I'm here for, you guys. I love to be able to help y'all. Even when I don't feel well, I'm going to come on here. I came on here, I think, when I had COVID last year. So, you know, if I can manage it, I want to come on here and I want to craft with you guys. It brightens my day regardless of what the weather's doing. And you all who are getting all that snow, please send it here. We're tired of the cold rain. Well, it's 64, so it's not cold, but we're tired of the rain. Send us some snow. If it's going to be gloomy and yucky, let it at least be snow. Okay? That's all I got to say. If you guys have any power in that, do it. All right. Watch this, guys. Super fast, super cool way to transform a plain. And you can get a t-shirt from wherever your favorite places are, whatever ones you like, the other, whatever style or feel or short sleeve or long sleeve. Get it from wherever you love. It doesn't have to be from a specific store. I have upcycled so many things that we just had on hand. I might have gotten it at a thrift store. I might have gotten it at Walmart. I might have gotten it at Target. I might have gotten it at Old Navy. I might have gotten it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or wherever I could buy a shirt or a sweatshirt. I get it wherever I can find them at a reasonable price, usually with a coupon. If it's not, then it's a reasonable price or on sale or on clearance. Or it just happens to be in my wardrobe that I've had it for years and I'm bored with it. So I want to modify it. So that's the cool thing about these products. And as I mentioned last night, I'm not sneak peeking anything from the new product launch that's happening on February 2nd, but I will tell you stuff. I will tell you some hints here and there. Remember when you hop on, say hi. Oh, you guys. Oh, I got a little tiny bit on there. I told you I have to be careful. Okay, I'm going to try to wipe that. I'm going to pause for just a moment because a little bit of it. And if I can get it. Oh, shoot. Nope. Nope. Smeared it. Oh, y'all. And it's black too. So now I'm going to have to figure out something for that. I'm going to see if there's any way. And now I'm using a baby wipe, but maybe if I took a cleaning wipe to it. And I just told you guys, we have to be careful. And look at me. Turn right around and did it. I think it dripped off. I guess it must have dripped. So I got a little tiny black. Now, this is for my daughter, so she's probably not going to care, but I care, you know? So that's why you have to be careful. But honestly, inking is so fun and it's so easy. And I'm leaking to you guys that we are going to have, I'll have to look at it later and see if I can do anything to get it out. Possibly, possibly not. I am leaking to you guys that we are going to be offering ink in single packets in our new release of product in February. So if you've ever wanted to try ink, it's going to be a lot easier because some people don't want to commit to buying a whole jar, even though it's very economical and you get so many projects out of one jar. They're only 3-ounce jars, but it's amazing how many projects you can get out of them. So I'm just making sure that I've covered every bit of the silkscreen area. That's the area that my ink is going to go through, or if I was doing chalk paste, my chalk paste would be going through and covering all of that to push it through to the whatever surface I have under. And in this case, it's a shirt. And then once I'm done with the ink project, I let it dry, or I could dry it with a blow dryer, but I'm just going to let it dry. And then I'll heat set it. And you can heat set it with a heat press or a regular iron. Either one. If you decide you want to try inking and you need some guidance, let me know. I have tips and tricks in my VIP group for doing it, but I also can send you some instructions. I can message them to you. That's what I'm here for. I love to help you guys be creative. So I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm only going up and down. When you're working with ink, we usually suggest that you either go up and down or side to side. Don't overwork it because you don't want to get any bubbles and bleeds. So that's why I'm trying to keep it kind of one direction. And I don't mean the band. Okay. So I'm just looking to see if I see any more red peeking through the silkscreen area. I don't, so I think I'm fine. But I'm just going to go one more time back over it. I'm going to pull off any extra because it's just a light layer. A little bit goes a long way. And I really just need a light layer of ink. And hopefully I got it all. All right, guys. And then I'm going to carefully put this up so that I don't get it. And then always keep a baby wipe. That's why I had that over here. Close by, or a wet paper towel. Wipe your fingers before you go to pull your transfer up so you don't get any smears on your fabric. And then we're going to do our favorite part, the peel and reveal. And we're just going to pull that up slowly. If I've missed any, I'll lay it back down and try to add a little bit more ink. But you guys ready? This is the favorite part. Check it out. And look how we already have distressing built into the silkscreen areas, like in that word love and need. That's built into the silkscreen. You couldn't get that with other type of stencils or even necessarily with weeding. So, and vinyl. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Now, I will wash that in the sink with cool water, and I actually use my board eraser because that gets it out the best. But you could also use just a sponge, but we do suggest you wash your ink projects as soon as possible, your ink transfers as soon as possible when you've done a project, because the ink, if it gets dried in your silkscreen, it might ruin it. The chalk, you can usually work it out, but with the ink, it's a little harder. But tell me how fabulous that looks. Look at that, guys. I mean, that looks professional. And these distressings in the words all, need, and love are supposed to be there. I'm going to lift it up and show you guys closer because I know it was a little harder to see on my flannel that I did. But doesn't that look fabulous? And there's my boo-boos, and I'm going to have to figure out something. Maybe I can find from somebody who'll have a tip for me. If not, my daughter's not going to care. I think it's kind of under the arm, so I don't think it'll show up. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this over to the side. Now, you'll notice I have a mat under here. I didn't show you that process tonight because it takes a little bit of time for me and the placement of the transfer. That takes me the longest time, not the rest of it. I will actually let this sit and dry for 24 hours at least. You can go longer than that, and that's what I usually do is just pile them up, and I do them all at the same time. But at least 24 hours because you want the ink to dry completely. But I have this mat in here, number one, to hold my fabric in place. It's a sticky mat from my shop. If you don't have that, put something in there because otherwise the bleed would bleed through to the back of your shirt and you don't want that to happen. So put something in there to block it, even if you don't have a sticky mat. And once I go to take it, I'll just take it off and let it dry. So the sticky mat, I wanted to tell you about that. And I usually, when I place my transfer on a shirt, especially on the front, I usually like a 3-finger rule. Tonight, I actually also, I was going to show you this. Let's see if I can do it without messing up. I actually also pulled out my little guide. So I have one of these little guides. It came in a pack with adult, youth, or it either said youth or kids and then baby. And I think it might have had one more. So it's like a little t-shirt guide. And I used that to help me place it tonight. But generally I just eyeball it, but about a 3-finger rule from the top is what I usually do when I do them. So that's going to be all ready to go. After, 24 hours, I'll be able to heat set it because you want to make sure your ink is not wet at all when you heat set it. It has to be completely dry or else it will not set properly. Once it's set, once you've heat set it, you can wash it, dry it, wear it. It won't fade. It will be perfectly perfect and it won't peel off like some vinyl does. You'll have a wonderful project that you can enjoy over and over and over. Every time you wear it, you can be so proud and happy that you created it. So I made it with love for somebody I love. So that's what you can do too. Or you can make it for yourself. All right, so I'm going to set that aside and we're going to do our next one. So what I need, remember, this is the other, just kind of showing you another look, just on the back of a flannel. And I don't wash my fabrics and stuff before I don't wash them. I'm gonna clean this up real quick, you guys, because I do not want to get this black on my pink. And I don't trust myself. Making sure. What was I saying? I don't wash my stuff before I use it, before I ink on it. You don't have to. And I don't iron it either, because my mats are sticky. So this is the other part of that mat that I just had in there. It comes about this size really, and I just cut part of it in half so I could have a smaller piece for using on like kids' shirts, onesies, lumbar pillows, smaller surfaces, or like in this case, the apron. So with this apron, depends on whether or not I'm going to put it on the top. So what I need from you guys, I am going to use teal. And I apologize, I cannot see comments. I cannot see who's on with me. It's not showing me any names, so I apologize. But I need your help. Let me know in comments. And I'll try to see on my iPad, hopefully. I don't even see names on my iPad. But do I want to put it up here, right? Do I want to put this up here, or do I want to put it on the pocket? What do you guys think? Top or pocket? So if I'm going to put it up here on the top, then I'm going to use this part of my ink mat. If I'm going to put it down here, I'm going to use something else in here just to block it so that my ink does not bleed through. Okay? What do you guys think? Tell me what you think. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm trying to think, trying to reconnect. I even went and got all new boxes and stuff today. My son hooked it up. My sons hooked it up. And we were told it was going to be bigger, better, all that good stuff. And yet, I keep trying to reconnect. So hopefully, you guys I'm not freezing. So what do you guys think? There or there? I'm kind of thinking here. I was thinking, oh, it fits on the pocket. Perfect. But you don't really see it that much. So maybe up here. What do you guys think? Where would you put it if it was yours? If I'm putting it up top, then, and because I don't wash it, it might have wrinkles. The sticky part, This is just a little protective sheet that goes over top of it so it doesn't grab a hold of everything and keeps the sticky. If I'm going to do that, then I'm going to put it on this sheet, and I am going to use this, I will use the stickiness to my advantage. So what you do is you just smooth it out so you don't have to worry about, hey Carrie, now I can see a name. I just couldn't see the other one. Hey Carrie, thanks for joining me. I can smooth it out using the sticker, the sticky part, to help me get wrinkles out. So, hey Carrie, maybe you'll tell me, what do you think? I have this fabulous transfer. Should I put it up top or should I put it on the pocket? What do you think? What you think? Can't decide. I'm thinking maybe, I am seeing comments now at least. Woohoo! And I can see her name. You think on the pocket? It would fit perfectly on the pocket. You think that's good there? I'm going to use my favorite teal. If I was going to do it up top here, then I would use my, oh, I know, right? I can't decide because I feel like, well, you might see it. She said she's wondering the same thing for a hoodie. You might see it better if you're wearing it up here, but it's like, it's made perfect for the pocket. So I don't know. I know most sweatshirts, it's like, you know, like this. It's going to be up on your chest area. So I don't know. I can't decide. I feel like it's hard because the pocket is like the perfect size for it. What do you think? You think the pocket? All right. If I'm going to do it on the pocket, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my sticky mat down. I'm going to move my sticky mat down. Y'all, I can just hear the rain blowing against my windows. I'm going to put my sticky mat down here just to hold it, just to kind of keep it in place. Would you say, you've never done ink? Oh, girl, you better do it. You need to do it. And go to the thrift stores to practice, too. Get stuff from, like, Goodwill and stuff. Goodwill, or if you have Salvation Army or something like that. Get that cheap stuff and practice on it. I was so afraid the first time before I did it. I was like, I'm never going to do that because I was afraid of messing up. And I don't even think I tried it on something that I could have said, oh, I don't care what happens to it. I wasn't as smart as you. I didn't think to grab something that was like, oh, this is in the giveaway pile anyway. No. But after I did it the first time, I was hooked. You've got to do it. It's so, I don't know. It's just so satisfying. And so awesome when you have, so this is, you just came on, I think you missed. I just did this. It's so satisfying when you go to wear this. I made this for my daughter. When you go to wear it, and every time you're like, I made that. You feel good about it. Or somebody says, oh, I love your shirt. Where'd you get it? Oh, I made it. And then I did this one last year. This was last year. So you got to do it. You're going to fall in love with it just like me. Now I'm addicted. It's like, what else can I ink? I've done pillows. I've done aprons, I've done shirts, I've done sweatshirts, I've done mugs, the mugs are my favorite too because I have a little bit of a mug problem. All right, so what I'm looking for right now is some kind of something, a little bit of something to stick in the pocket so that I don't have any bleeding. Yeah, I could, and I usually, what I do is I have a couple pieces of cardboard and stuff, and I usually put, something in here to protect it. So as you can see, I've done it in the past. So hang on, let me see. I have one little piece that's like perfect for stuff like this. I can't find it. Oh, it's this one. See? So it doesn't matter. You don't have to have the sticky mat. Just have something in there to protect your surface from, yeah, it is. To protect your surface from bleeding. So as long as I am, actually that might not be big enough. That one's a little smaller than normal. That one's a little, actually that's a little wider than normal. So let's see. I'm basically just trying to find something that's going to fit in here and protect. And I could stick the mat in there, but I'm not sure that's about the same size, isn't it? Usually I just put a piece of parchment paper in there. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I could even, you guys, No, that's too big. You know what I could do is I could just take one of my, no, that's not long enough. I was going to say one of my A size transfers. All right, let me just get a piece of my parchment paper that I already have over here ready to go. And we'll just stick that in there. The ones I use for painting anyway. And I'm going to stick that in there to protect it. That way I can hold it to what I need it to do. Hold it or cut it to what I need it to be. It doesn't need to be a lot. It just needs to be some kind of berry, you guys. Yeah, that I could do that too. You're right. See, my brain isn't working too good. I'm telling you, man, I just don't even know what's going on with these. I just with these allergies today. It was just, I would just like have nonstop sneezing bouts and could not stop. And so two allergy pills later, I felt like a human at least. But it's been crazy today. All right, guys, let's do it. So now remember, because now this one is a brand new one. The other one I had used before, but they're made to be reused and reused and reused. But it had been cleaned and it was still plenty sticky, as you saw. It stayed right on there, no problem. This one is brand new. I've never used it, so it's super sticky, which is the way I like to usually use my transfers if I'm going to ink. I usually try to do it on the first time. But, you know, if you're going to ink a bunch of them, it's going to get used and it's going to lose a little stickiness. But as long as you have, if you take good care of your transfers and you wash them well and you store them properly, then guess what? You get to reuse them over and over and over again. And the stickiness comes back when they dry. So actually, I'm going to do our little trick to find the middle and use that as my guide for placement. And actually, not that anybody's going to be looking at my apron and saying, that is not in the middle. What are you doing? So 8, 9, 10. If you don't have one of these mats that have the grids on it, you're missing out, y'all. It helps even with eyeballing stuff. All right, so that's about the middle. And I found the middle of my transfer, my words, right? So now I just have to look and see if I have it lined up straight with, fairly straight with my pocket. And then that can be challenging because the seams aren't always right. See, I'm looking at the top and it doesn't look straight, but when I look at the bottom, it does. I think when you're looking at, when you're wearing it, it's going to be the top that you're going to be paying attention to. So now I'm just kind of talking to myself. I could line it up right up under that line, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. All right. And then we just smooth it out. We don't fuzz it first because we want it to stick really well, and this is already a fabric, so we're in good shape. Okay, there we go. That looks straight enough? I think so. And we're going to use one of my, this is one of my all-time favorites, you guys, Tide. So it's just a deep teal. And again, it's ink. So obviously you don't wash your aprons a ton, but you know, if you're cooking with them or baking, they are going to get dirty eventually, and you're going to need to wash them. Or if you're crafting with them, which is what I like to do a lot of times with my aprons. So I'm just getting one of my small squeegees. This is one my dear friend gave me. And I am going to, I'm trying to make sure there's no fuzz on it because it looks like I have some fuzz on it. All right, and I'm going to be careful because you don't want to get it anywhere but where you want it. I'm just going to be generous with what I pull out because I can always put whatever I don't use back, okay? Make sure you have no bubbles, no bumps, no fuzzes, and then go for it. The biggest trick with doing ink is making sure you let it dry. I am not the type of person that usually speeds up my drying. I know a lot of people will do that so that they can show, and I have shown heat pressing on camera before in a live, but usually I've done it like the day after. But you want to make sure you let your ink dry. If it is not wet, it will still be, it will just not heat press. You'll have to dry it more. And it'll be a little, once you dry it, it'll be a little tiny bit tacky, but it won't feel wet. So if you do decide that you need to speed it up, make sure that you get it dry all the way before you heat press it. That's my big tip. And staying one direction, either up and down or side to side. Don't go both, because you might have a chance of moving your transfer, somehow making it not stick and getting a bubble or something. So that's my 2 cents worth from doing it for the last year and a half. You can go up and down if you want. And I actually find that let's see, like over here, I don't feel like it's laying as good. I find that the flat side of the squeegee works better. I'm just trying to get every bit of ink off of there, y'all. Of thin layer. You don't want to keep it thick on there. You want to go thin, cover, and then pull off any extra. But I find that the flat side works better when I'm working with ink, because ink is a little thinner than our chalk paste. It is also a little more, you don't have to, because it's ink and it sinks into the surface, you don't have to worry about hurry up and get it off there within, you know, a minute or two after you've done it, because it stays wet longer. So I just go back over it, make sure that I've got everything covered. I don't see any of the color beneath coming through. And then I just pull off any extra, because you want a nice thin coat. And like I said, right there, I see just a tiny bit of pink. Okay, super easy. Extra can go back in here. Be careful with it. All right, ready guys? Favorite part, so easy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and I'll pull it back slowly, just like I do with my chalk. In case I've missed something, I can lay it back down and apply more ink. But look, now you can't see all the detail here as much as you can, but we have detail in the heart. And like I said, I'll take these to the sink and wash them as soon as I get off the live. You should do that right after you've inked, or keep them moist until you can. I didn't check my fingers, but I kind of knew I didn't have any ink on it. Always make sure you check it before you pull your transfer off, so that you don't accidentally get a smudge of ink somewhere that you didn't want it. But look how fabulous, you guys. Isn't that awesome? I love the way that sticks out. I love the color combination, and I love the way that just stands out on the pink. I decided to go with pink instead of red for a Valentine apron. I was looking at a lot of different ones. There was a lot of them with hearts and all the cute little things on it. And I even saw one, where was I today? Oh, was it in Target? Target, there was an adult one. There was supposed to be a kid one too, but it was sold out. I didn't see it. But they had a cute adult one with hearts on it, but that you can just add something else onto it. If I had seen that before, I might have gotten it, but I just thought this one was so cute with the pink gingham. So there you go. Super easy, super quick, and now it's done. I just let it dry 24 hours at least and check it. You know, if you're in a really humid climate, it might not dry in 24 hours. Mine, like I said, I usually pile them up. Right now I've got about 4 or 5 items sitting around right now waiting to be heat set. I usually just do them all at the same time. You can use a heat press, you can use an iron, either way it works. All right, guys, that's what I got for you tonight. That's our Wednesday night live. Now, before I go, a couple things. Number one, I like to highlight on Wednesdays, and I haven't even done it yet today, and I have because I was gone all day long and I had no internet this morning. And it was a struggle because we have like spotty service with our cell phone here, so we don't always, and I forgot to highlight Watts of Love. So on Wednesdays, I like to highlight Watts of Love, which is an organization that we partner with that basically shines the light to areas that are remote or that have no electricity, and it just can change an entire family, an entire village, one household at a time, you guys. And I am just so thankful that our company partners with them because they're just such an excellent cause. And I want to make sure that you guys know about them. So that's what I like to share with you guys. And anytime you order from my site, there's always on your very last step, if you order on my site, there's a little box, and I do it every time I order, that says round up for Watts of Love. So whatever the difference is between what your actual order is and the next dollar amount, you can round up, and that money goes to the Watts of Love organization. And I will do a post. I forgot to put it in here. I usually put it in here, even in my description. I'll do a post as soon as I get off of here and get everything cleaned up, showing you guys the what Watts of Love is. But I like to try to highlight it. There's a book. I don't even have that over here right now. We have transfers. If you buy a transfer from my site that is under the Watts of Love section, $2 from every one of those transfers goes to that organization. And there's also just a tab just to donate if you just want to donate to them through my chalk site, but you can also go right to their site, and I'm sure they have a way to donate there too. But Nancy, the founder, is just a wonderful lady. She was at our leadership convention this past weekend, and I got to meet her in person last year at ChalkCon. She is just an authentic individual, and I bet we had a 45-minute conversation at least. And she's just so real. She's just, her heart is to help these people, and it's for generations, you guys. So if you're interested in learning more about that, I would love it if you'll click on the links. I will post as soon as I get off of here all about it so that you guys can check it out. But that's what I got for you tonight. I definitely have more Valentine's projects I want to share with you guys. I want to share these cuties with you. Okay, so maybe tomorrow, we'll see. I'm not sure. Hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow and not worse. If so, maybe I'll come on tomorrow and I'll be able to come and share a couple more, because I have some more Valentine's things we need to do. Otherwise, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday night. Whatever your weather's doing, wherever you are, I hope you're staying safe. I hope it's safe where you are. And staying warm and staying healthy. And until I see you next time, be blessed. Carrie, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I hope you guys have a great start to your Thursday. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye.